For Rivals.com, I'm National Recruiting Analyst and Rankings Director Adam Friedman here with four-star Darius Gray, a class of 2026 prospect out of St. Christopher School in Richmond, Virginia. Darius, you've got about 20 offers right now, and it's still very early in your recruitment, but I know you've been going through this process for some time. You've got, like I said, about 20 offers. So which schools have done a good job making you feel like a priority so far?
Certain schools have done a tremendous job. Tennessee, South Carolina, UNC. There's a few schools that I could name that definitely has shown interest, and I'm definitely interested in them as well.
Sounds good. Well, I know you've got a lot of visits coming up beginning this weekend with Clemson. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay. So March 9th, you'll be at Clemson.
Yes,
What's your
sir.
interest like in the Tigers and just what has that relationship been like with that coaching staff?
I'm very interested to start off. I'm very excited to get to know them much more and finally build a connection. I know they do it much different than a lot of other schools by starting like in the 10th grade, and that's perfect because like they're taking their time with it. They really want to get to know you and like understand who you are as a person and things like that. So I'm very excited to go up there and get to Clemson, meet new coaches, talk to the coaches, and just excited to finally build this connection.
Okay, good. And then after that, on I think March 23rd, you'll be at Penn State. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you think about the Nittany Lions, what really comes to mind when you think about that program and the way they develop offensive linemen?
Penn State has been one of those schools that has very showed me interest, and I could say so much about Penn State. I think that's one of the most amazing schools possible. I'm so interested in Penn State. Like the coaches there, it's just like such a brotherhood over there. When they play Indiana, like you could really feel how Penn State is like a college station. Like everything about it was amazing. I'm very excited to get up there. They build online very well. Like Alu, he's going in the draft this year, and that speaks for itself. So.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Well, right off the bat, you mentioned Tennessee, and it looks like you have a visit scheduled to Knoxville on March 25th. So, what is it about Tennessee that gives you such a good feeling about the Vols at this point in your recruitment?
Everything. I think Tennessee has been one of the most, they've been a very standout school by far. Um, Tennessee, the coaching staff, from the O line, offensive side to the defensive side to the head coach, everybody's together over there. Um, the games they have played, the games I've been to, they just been like a great, great, great school, and they meet all the standards possible. So I'm very excited to go back down there in Tennessee and enjoy myself like I did the other times.
hmm Now, on April 2nd, it looks like you have a trip scheduled to Syracuse, and you're going to be one of a lot of players that are taking a trip up to Syracuse. More so than I think in the past few years, they're attracting top prospects all across the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball, and I think that speaks to the level of recruiter that Fran Brown is, the new head coach, and the recruiters that he has on staff there. Has that been your feeling too about the Syracuse program under Fran Brown?
Yes, sir, no doubt. They got a whole new coaching staff, and I mean every single one of them has been like an impact so far, and I definitely want to go up there and see what's happening up there. I mean, no doubt, no doubt. So I'm very excited to go back up there. It'll be my first time, so I'm very excited. I think that what Syracuse got building up there is amazing, no doubt.
Sounds good. How about Notre Dame? You have a visit scheduled there on April 10th. The Fighting Irish are putting together a pretty great offensive line class already in the 2025 class, and sounds like they're trying to get off to a good start in the 2026 class with you. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Coach Rudolph, he was currently at VT,
hmm
so I'm very excited to meet him again and finally build another connection with Notre Dame. They're sort of like Clemson, where they start 10th grade or so, and there's everything because they really want to build this connection with you and get things started. And I'm just very excited. I'm very blessed for Notre Dame to be one of those schools that I can finally build a connection with.
Okay. And you mentioned Virginia Tech. You'll be back at the in-state school on April 13th. What have you seen out of the Hokies so far, really over the last year on the field? And then what are the conversations like off the field with those coaches?
Virginia Tech has been nothing but improvement.
Mhm.
You know, they were one of my first schools, and you could tell the impact that the coaches are making over there. And you know, they're right around the corner, so that's good. You know, from being around. So I'm very excited to go back to Blacksburg and you know, spend some time with the coaches. I think every single one of them, you know, really has a family bond to them, and that's everything you want in a school like Virginia Tech.
Okay, Darius, and it looks like you'll be back up at Michigan on April 18th, the defending national champions and new head coach, Sharon Moore, kind of an old face there, I guess. He was the offensive line coach, now the head coach there, and Michigan getting ready to defend their national title. What's your experience been like with the Wolverines so far?
Um, Michigan, I have been offered ninth grade year, and you know, ever since I've been waiting to get down there. You know, no doubt what they did in the championship game was amazing. Like from everything from the line standpoint, from the gap schemes to the zone blocking, everything they did was like on point. And that's what you want to play in because you want to get developed and go to the next level. So when I go up to Michigan, I'm very excited to meet the coaches. You know, build a connection with them, and you know, I know it'll definitely be a fit for me.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes. The last visit in this big series of visits that you've already set is South Carolina, April 20th. What do you expect to see in Columbia when you go take a closer look at the Gamecocks?
Every time I've been down there, it's been amazing. You know, every time from the very first to the very last time I've been there, you know, every time I've went up there, it's just been, you know, great. And I'm definitely excited to go meet Coach Tesley and Coach Beamer again. You know, every time I come down there, they show me love. They give a family bond, and you know, it's like a second home. So I'm very excited to be back and very get another closer look and see how their spring practice go and see if that's a fit for me.
Sounds good. Okay, so that's 8 visits in the next month and a half. That's a lot of research you're doing there in such a short amount of time. Does that mean a commitment is kind of around the corner, or what's the plan on your commitment time frame?
Commitment time whenever God got best time for me. I think that the best time will probably be around, you know, December of my senior year, you know, right before signing day. But if things change, then things change. But I'm just very excited to slowly take care of this process and make sure the right decision because once I'm committed, I ain't don't decommitting.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'm sure there's going to be plenty more visits from you once we get into May and June as well, and then certainly into the fall, coming up into your junior season here. So, thank you, Darius, for joining me. I'm National Recruiting Analyst and Rankings Director Adam Friedman. Please remember to subscribe to the Rivals.com YouTube channel and follow all of the Rivals.com social media accounts. And of course, you can find all of our content on Rivals.com. Thank you so much, Darius. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.